going? Please meet my daughter Isabella.
How are you?
Thanks, yourself.
I'm not being funny, but she looks more like your sister. I bet you get that all the time.
Oh, really? No, I never get that. Thank you. God bless you. How are you?
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. It's been a rough few days for Joanne. Woof.
What happened?
I think I got, I don't know what happened yesterday, Eddie, maybe a bit of food poisoning, I don't know what, but I was crook as a dog.
But how do you feel now?
I feel a bit better.
What did you do when you felt like that?
Well, we had a bit of a mother-daughter day yesterday. We're on school holidays here.
Yes,
so
yeah.
I'm a teacher, and my husband booked us a perfume making workshop in the city, which is about an hour's drive away. So off we went. And on the way, we decided to stop at a good friend's restaurant, Vietnamese guy. And and I got a big breakfast. I got the veggie breakfast. So I got scrambled eggs, I got spinach, mushrooms, and a tiny bit of avocado came on the plate.
Yeah.
The hash brown and the toast I gave to Izzy. And by the time I got over the Westgate Bridge, which was about half an hour away, I was vomiting in a bag as I was driving.
Izzy, what about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Well,
how did you feel? Did you get sick?
She didn't eat the same thing.
Yeah,
So she had vermicelli. She had something different.
Yeah.
But I tried to stay on plan, and and they're good friends, you know, so they've seen the difference in me. He's like, Joanne, I haven't seen you for so long. And I'm like, wow, yeah, I know. He goes, you look so different.
Next time, get them to make you a ribeye steak and some eggs and nothing else.
Yeah. The hard part with us, Eddie, is on Wednesdays and Fridays, we don't eat red meat. So we stick to
you can still eat chicken, fish.
No, not chicken. Sorry, we stick to fish and eggs.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So that's why I had to have eggs.
Salmon, sardines, mackerel. They're the best ones because they're more fatty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just think that yesterday, I think it was a bit of food poisoning, to be honest, because I was vomiting for about 3 hours.
That's not very nice.
Yeah.
Are you feeling a bit better now, though?
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. Thank you.
Did you give your gut, next time that happens, just don't need to give your gut a complete break to clear everything out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't put more stuff in there. It's causing more.
No, I didn't eat last night. That's for sure.
Good. Yeah. Have you eaten? What time is it now?
It's 7:30 p.m. here in Melbourne.
Oh, you know, I've been to Australia twice. I went in Melbourne. Melbourne is just freezing cold.
You're gonna come back.
Pardon?
You're gonna come back.
I intend to, because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff on YouTube. We're trying to make it bigger. That's one of the venues we come to Melbourne. Because we've got quite a few following in Australia. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
that'd be great.
But apart from yesterday, how are you feeling and how much weight have you lost? And
I've lost 16 kilos as of this morning.
Wow.
In 9 weeks tomorrow. 9 weeks. 9 weeks tomorrow.
How do you feel mentally?
Oh, yeah, mentally I feel great. Physically I feel great, except when I have these episodes.
Yeah.
I reach out on the private chat to Anne and Linda.
Yes.
And I sort of say, give me some advice, give me some, like, you know, last time I said, I can't go to the toilet. And they said, increase your fat. And I went and got some bacon. And that was it worked, So,
okay, so listen, Joanne, does it make sense what I'm trying to say? We've been fed with so much bullshit.
Oh, we know. Don't worry, we know.
Years, and the thing is, I 5-6 years, they would have told you, oh, you need more fiber. Get some fiber gel or get some Movicol. That's not what it is. We need I don't eat vegetables or carbs. And I go to the toilet better than I've ever been. You know, is the animal fat that you need? Yeah,
it's Isabella's personal trainer. Usually comes once a week. I get her in once a week, and we've had her in twice a week. And when she said, "Oh, you know, how you doing?" and I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm a bit blocked up. I'm not fit." "Oh, you need fiber," and I said, "Yeah, okay." I just said, "Yeah, thanks you." I said, I'll increase my fiber. She said it, go get some Movicol. And I said, I will. Thank you for the advice.
I know, but it's not their fault.
No, I know.
Not their fault, because that's what they've been told. That's what the mainstream, that's what the doctors are telling you. I mean, I was a nurse. And I now I think about it, I'm thinking about what I used to give my patients, and it breaks my heart because I didn't know. I didn't know any better. You know, giving them Movico, and then Movico is a chemical concoction. It's not, it's just you know, and they drink it and then they go. Of course, you're giving them pain because they're gonna shit it out. But
yeah, it's we don't trust the government at all, Eddie. Don't worry about that. We don't trust Big Pharma. We don't trust the government. We don't trust any of.
The thing is, I mean, I try not to get political. The reason why is because I want to reach everybody.
Yeah.
So if I said that Donald Trump, if I said Donald Trump was a dick, I'm alienating his so I keep my mouth shut. You will never hear that's why the one-on-one calls, I just keep them to ourselves because it's us talking candidly. Do you know what I mean? How did you happen to come into this community? I always want to know.
Okay, so I reached 107 kilos. Usually I get to 110 before I freak out, but I got to 107 and went, oh gee, what's going on? And I stayed at 107 for a while, and I went over through the lockdowns, we met this guy who does a lot of natural healing. He uses the energy enhancement systems. He's got the Nikola Tesla coil, so we do a lot of natural healing with that. We use a lot of things like moringa and all of that stuff, you know, colloidal silver. I had a sore throat the other day from vomiting, so I drank colloidal silver, you know. And the doctor said, I'll give you some antibiotics. I said, oh, good, thanks. I don't need them. I'll just drink some colloidal silver and I'll take, you know, I'll be fine. So, you know, so I went back there at Christmas time, and there was a lady there that I knew who was a very, very big lady, and her and her son had lost stacks of weight. And I said, my gosh, what are you doing? And she said, oh, we're carnivore. She said, I eat once a day. She said, I used to eat twice a day. She said, now I eat once a day. She said, I snack on butter, sticks of butter. And I just went, what? And then I was like, you're kidding me? But, you know, and then, you know, it's taken from about Christmas till now. And I've got a young friend who's, I kind of help care for his mum a little bit. She used to work at my school, and she's got early onset dementia. And she's very sick.
Did you see my video on dementia yesterday?
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't.
I made, but when you get finished, just have a look at it. It's on there.
Yeah. So her son also lost stacks of weight on carnivore or keto, and then he went back off it, and he's put on some of it, and he's getting himself back into it. And I had a talk with him. He said, how are you? And I said, I'm miserable. I can't move this weight and blah, blah, blah. And he said, stop bullshitting to yourself and just get onto the carnivore. And I'm like, I've got to do this. So I did. I just started it, and I started it about a week before. And then I started Googling carnivore on, because we don't watch any mainstream TV since COVID. Lost faith in all of them. So we only watch YouTube. So we're YouTube junkies. So I typed carnivore into YouTube, and you came up. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm watching you, and I'm having a bit of a laugh, you know, wake the fuck up, you know, and we're laughing our heads off. And I'm going, honey, come watch this guy, he's hilarious. And we're watching it, and then I'm listening to your message, and I listened to what you're saying about seed oils, and I said, see, I've been telling them about seed oils. It's bad.
It's a lubricant. It's a lubricant for cars.
Yeah, it is. That's what I said to someone on the chat yesterday.
I know.
I said, seed oils are lubricants. So they're not supposed to be in our body. And then I just went, you know what? And I saw the price of it, and I converted into Aussie dollars, and I went $200. Oh my gosh, can I do this? And then I went, of course I can do this. This is stupid. You know, I'm paying $22 a week to drive.
I know, and it's a one-off. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I said, no, and I hovered over the button, and then I just went, and I just stabbed it really fast on my phone, and I just went, oh, I did it. I joined, you know, and that was it. And then I couldn't get into the community. Something happened, and it was like, oh crap, what's happened? And then straight away, someone reached out to me and fixed it up, and it was like, great. So by the Saturday morning, I was all in. I was able to use the school app, and and I joined the community, and it's been great.
But before I forget, thank you so much for being so active, because we're trying to encourage the community around this. So because, like, you know, we started out with the monthly subscriptions, and then we realized that we're not reaching the people that we need to reach. You know, my team, they wanted to do high tickets where people are paying thousands to talk to them. And I know, stop, I don't want to do that. I want to reach the average person, the person who is not interested in watching the mainstream TV bullshit, the person who hasn't got enough money. And that's what it's working perfectly. And your interactions, they really help move the community going. If you see somebody who's lost, somebody put something up they shouldn't be eating, just comment, and then it's nice to see that. It's working really well.
Well, I've been, I wrote a massive long message the other day because my husband's very close friend contacted him and said, my sister's passed away, and he was talking to him, and the friend asked about me, how's Joanne going? How's Joe going? And Mark said, oh yeah, Joe's lost 15 kilos. It was 15 kilos at that stage. And Steve said, how? He said, I'm really sick at the moment. I can't shift this weight. So I sit down, I said to Mark, I'll write him a message. And I wrote him this massive message and I linked you in it. And I said, you need to join the community. You need to watch the videos. It's a one-off fee. And I've done that with a couple of people now because there's so many people that are just unwell, and they don't know how to fix themselves.
They don't, I know, but the thing is, they've remained unwell for such a long time that they become their norm. You see, I was the same. I said, I talk about my story, and I think that's what made me angry. I had peripheral neuropathy, I had joint pain, like little elbows, wrists, knees, they always hurt. I used to have to put straps on them, and I had panic attacks. I had them for like 30 years, and nobody could tell me. Doctors giving me anti-anxiety drugs, and it was going away. And then when I realized that I can get rid of it by just changing my diet, I got pissed off. That's why the wake the fuck up side coming in and all that nonsense. Because I just thought I have to speak a language that I know. So I follow so many doctors who I learned from, but they're trying to talk about the mitochondrial dysfunction and this. I'm like, stop. The average person doesn't want you to think that you're smarter than them. Just speak the language. You know what I mean? That's why I deliver it the way. I don't normally swear the way I swear, but Lauren will probably disagree. But I don't normally swear like that. But
hi, Lauren.
Lauren's over here.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Lauren. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Yeah, better today, thanks.
Yeah, sorry you've been feeling rubbish. It sounds a bit grim.
But you're feeling a bit better. That's the main thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's the fact that you've got your daughter sitting next to you, trying to do the same thing. That makes me so happy because what you're passing on to her is something vital. You see, cutting through the bullshit. What's it like in your supermarkets when you go in there and you think, I mean, I don't know how old you are, but when I was younger, it was not as bad. Pardon?
54.
Amazing. You look great.
I can't lie. You don't know you do though. I mean, your mum looks great, doesn't she? You got to admit. She does. But you find that my sister is just turned 60. That's why I went back to Ghana. When we see her dad's carnivore for the last couple of years, and she's aging backwards. It's crazy. I mean, she's able to sprint. She's trying to outrun her 20-year-old son. She's 60 years old. All the sprints gone back. She eats only meat and eggs. Because my sister, she listens to me religiously. So keep healing yourself. Remember, this is a process of healing. So the longer you eat like this, the more you're going to heal yourself.
Well, this is what happened because it all started, my right knee started hurting because I have arthritis in my right foot, and I let the doctor operate on it about 10 years ago, and it was the worst thing I could have done, and he's made it worse. And then a couple of months ago, my knee started hurting, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm putting so much pressure on my body, on all my joints, and I thought I'm going to need a knee reconstruction if I don't stop. I couldn't walk up the stairs. I was literally holding onto the rails and pulling myself up the stairs to go to bed every night. And I was like, this is crap. So I just went, right. And that's when I just said, no, I've got to make a change. I've got to change the way I eat. And I didn't know what to do at first. So I just started taking cans of tuna to school. That's how I started the week before I found you. So I was just taking cans of tuna to school. And and that's it. It's like I always think of it like cat food, you know.
Oh, it smells like cat. It smells like cat. It looks like cat food.
So that's how I started. And then I noticed by the time I was like 2 weeks in, I went, oh shit, my knee doesn't hurt anymore. And I didn't even think of it while it was happening, but my knee just stopped hurting. And then I noticed that my neck pain stopped hurting. You know, I had lifelong neck pain every 2 weeks to the chiropractor. And that's only because she lives far away and only comes up, you know, near us to Melbourne every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So if she was here weekly, I'd probably go weekly, you know. And then all of a sudden she'd contact me and she'd say, "Hi, Joe, it's time for your adjustment." I go, "Oh, no, it's okay. I don't need to see you this fortnight. Text me next fortnight if you're back in Melbourne." And she's like, "What the heck?" So, you know, and then I walked in to see her and she went, "What's happened to you?" I said, "Oh, I lost a bit of weight." And then I hopped on the bed and I was just flipping over. I turned to this side, flip over, and she's like, "I can't believe this," you know, because usually I'm like, "Help me turn over, help me sit up," you know.
You know, the thing about this slimming worlds, you lose the weight, but you're not healing yourself.
No.
You're not healing yourself. That's the video, by the way. Sorry. We're going to make notes here. So these companies, they will help you lose weight, but they're not healing you.
No.
That's the problem. So you put the weight back on and your joints are still sore. Do you know what I mean? Your joints are still sore. And Lauren's making notes. So you watch out for the video. So the
you know,
next,
Eddie,
yeah.
Someone like me has paid Gloria Marshall, Jenny Craig. I've paid independent little places.
Gloria Marshall, Jenny
my weight loss coach, I was seeing her weekly. It was costing me $22 a week. My weight loss didn't matter during the school holidays because she needed time with her girls. So stuff me during the school holidays. I'd always put on weight in the school holidays because I wasn't accountable to her. Then I'd go back and then it'd be like, "Oh shit, here we are back to square one." So I'd have 10 weeks of the term to work. I'd have to drive 45 minutes to her, 45 minutes back and spend an hour with her. So I'd lose like 2.5 hours of my week with my family. I pay $22 and then I'd lose 100 grams. And she'd go, "That's great, you've lost 100 grams. And I go, "Oh, all that effort for 100 grams.
I can sneeze. I can sneeze and lose 100 grams.
I know. I was counting every calorie. I was writing everything down.
Oh,
I had charts and I was tracking everything.
It's all nonsense. And you see, I learned that as well. And the thing is, to go against, you know, at the beginning when I started doing, and if you see some of my old videos, the whole of the fitness industry started attacking me, all of them.
Yeah.
And videos are coming out. It is crazy. But I knew what I was doing because what I was doing, I'd been doing it in my office one-on-one, and I had like hundreds of clients. And my daughter's like, "Dad, you know, I'm 62 years old. She's like, "Dad, you need to go social media, you need to go online." And I resisted it for a while. So I knew what I was saying was right and that would work. All people had to do was try it. So eventually, the amount of videos, someone like James Smith, I never heard James Smith. He lives in Australia as well. James Smith, the amount of abuse that I used to get, this guy is crazy. He's going to count the calories. But I knew what I was talking about. And all I was saying was, it doesn't matter whether you think I'm crazy or not, just try it for a month. And then people were coming back and saying, "Oh my God, my joint pain's gone. I've lost weight. I feel amazing." And then they realized that I wasn't talking shit.
Well, I haven't counted a calorie in 9 weeks and I've lost 16 kilos.
It was never about calories. It never was.
No. And if you look at our grandparents, Eddie, I think back to my grandparents, you look at that, they used to walk everywhere because cars were so expensive. And usually one person in the street had a telephone. So if they needed to use the telephone, they had to walk to that person's house.
Yeah, both, I know.
And they got up in the morning and they had eggs and bacon for breakfast cooked in butter.
Yes.
You know, and our grandparents didn't have the diseases that we've got.
I know.
You know?
I know. The type
and
2
you look at the poorer the areas. We live in a really, well, I'm not going to say really poor, but quite a poor area, Melton, in Victoria. We've got like 3 McDonald's, we've got 2 KFCs, we've got a Hungry Jack's. You name it.
They make it really cheap. They make it really cheap as well because they want everybody to be addicted. That's what it's about. Once you see through the bullshit and once you start healing yourself, you never want to go back. Honestly, well done for doing this.
But if you go to the rich areas of Melbourne, there's no fast food.
No, I know. It's like, that's what I said to you. So where I live in it's quite a relatively rich area, but my business is in a poorer area. All the fast food joints are here, whereas where I live, they kicked them all out about 30 years, kicked them all out because nobody wants them. And now I'm going for McDonald's. You see my videos, I do.
I saw that McDonald's one.
I know, I've been kicked out of, Sainsbury's, Tesco, Holland Barrett, they kick me out. Marks and Spencer's, we don't want it. As soon as I go there, security come down. But everybody else can use their phones, and I'm the only one that can use it. And sometimes I say to them, "Oh, is it because I'm black?" Just to wind them up. But I see the humor in it because I'm going against the system, and they don't want to hear. They don't want to know. You know, you never see me on mainstream TV because I refuse to go, and because nobody's going to tell me not to use the language I want to use, because that's what's resonating with people. Nobody's going to make me sign a contract and say you can't say that. How can you show a video of me talking about eating real food and then show KFC afterwards? You know, I can't do that.
It's hypocrisy, isn't it? So
yes,
but
yes.
I think the only way is to speak the language that people understand.
That's what I try to do.
I think it works. You know, I think it works.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
but
You manage to cut through. Yeah.
I think that you know, I've got a long way to go. Obviously, you know.
But you're on the right track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how do you feel mentally? That's the whole.
Mentally, I feel good. Mentally, I feel really good. And I'm 9 weeks in. I don't know if I'm fat adapted. I feel like I had more energy. I've listened to all of your videos, and I know I feel like it, but I'm worried to start reintroducing
the longer you can go without eating and not feel hungry or tired, the closer you are to being fat adapted.
Yeah. And I don't feel hungry. I really don't.
Oh, good.
And if you know what? My husband cooked a meal once. He cooked salmon for dinner, and I ate the salmon for dinner. I was busy doing something. I think I was cleaning, and I said, "Can you cook dinner?" And he cooked. And afterwards, about half an hour later, I was cleaning the kitchen table, and I said, "I feel hungry again."
Yeah.
And I said, "What was in that salmon?" And he goes, "Nothing." And I said, "Bullshit." And I went and got the packet out of the bin, and it had a sauce on it, and the sauce had sugar in it. And I showed it to him, and I said, "Look."
Makes you hungry straight away, doesn't it?
I knew straight away because I'd remembered your video. If you get hungry, there's a reason.
There's
and
a reason.
When you said the bacon's got sugar.
That means when that happens, it means something in the food is raising your blood sugar and your insulin levels. It's not when you go higher insulin level than blood sugar, your body wants more. That's why you get hungry. So in effect, we've created hunger ourselves.
We can't get bacon here without sugar.
I know.
Do you know that? All bacon.
And
my GP didn't believe me, and I said, "Google it." My GP. I said, "You know that there's even sugar in bacon, doctor?" And he goes, "No, there's not." And I said, "Yeah, there actually is." Yeah. But yeah. So slowly, I just keep feeding my GP as well. There's a lot of stuff I give my GP about lots of different.
It'll take a while, but you just heal yourself and then write everything down, and then we have to go very soon because you got somebody else. Listen, thank you so much for being active in the community. And
thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Lauren, for your support.
Thank you so much as well. It was nice to meet you.
You can see that I just sit here and talk. Everybody else does the background stuff for me because I refuse to learn.
That's okay.
Honestly, you look really good, so don't stop doing what you do.
Thank you. Just any other advice, Eddie? Any other advice?
If you're saying that you're not feeling hungry, try and do like a 1 meal a day, and then eventually do like 48 hours. Trust me, it's the best thing that you can do. If you can, try and you just start fast, start incorporating some fasting, and then see how you feel. If you get hungry, it's different, but you shouldn't feel tired, hungry, peckish. You shouldn't feel any of that. If you do, there's something, it means you're not fat adapted. So try that next. That's the next step for you. Okay?
I've got a bad headache right now, and I'm pretty sure that's from being dehydrated from yesterday.
Yes.
So I need to rehydrate a bit.
So probably you may have to have your next, when you eat again, make sure there's enough salt on the meal. Because when there's too much salt, not enough water, you get dehydrated. And when there's too much water, not enough salt, you will get dehydrated. You know what I mean? So make sure that you're getting the balance right. But make sure you drink some water, and maybe the first cup put a tiny touch of Celtic or rock salt in it, not table salt, because table salt is bullshit.
No, I've got Celtic salt.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
Have a good day and have a good
Good to
evening.
meet you both.
Good to meet you. And
Nice to meet
speak to you.
God bless you both. Thank you.
Bye bye. God bless you.
See you.
Bye bye.
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 Bye.